Good evening, Tanya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, I've shared my screen. Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. So now we'll talk about complementary angles and supplementary angles. The two angles are said to be complementary if their sum is 90 degrees. If the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, then the two angles are said to be complementary angles. If the sum of two angles is 180 degrees, then the two angles are said to be supplementary angles. So now look at the first one, 60 degrees and 30 degrees. These terms, supplementary and complementary, are used only for a pair of angles, for exactly two angles, not more than two, for exactly two angles. So in the first one, 60 degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, 60 degrees and 30 degrees form a pair of complementary angles. We say that 60 degrees is the complement of 30 degrees and 30 degrees is the complement of 60 degrees. They are the complements of one another. 60 degrees is the complement of 30 degrees. 30 degrees is the complement of 60 degrees. Similarly, in the seventh one here, 130 degrees plus 50 degrees is 180 degrees. The sum of these two angles is equal to 180. So we say that 130 degrees and 50 degrees form a pair of supplementary angles because their sum is 180 degrees. We also say 130 degrees is the supplement of 50 degrees. 50 degrees is the supplement of 130 degrees. Now tell me, what is the complement of 90 degrees? What is the complement of 90 degrees?
There's no complement of 90 degrees because if you add, you should get us complement. Oh, okay. 45 plus 45.
What is the complement of 90 degrees? See, I'll just explain with the third one here. 40 degrees plus 50 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. So we say that 40 degrees is the complement of 50 degrees. 50 degrees is the complement of 40 degrees. Now my question is, what is the complement of 90 degrees? Meaning 90 degrees plus what will give you 90 degrees?
0 degrees.
Huh?
0.
0 degrees. So the complement of 90 degrees is 0 degrees. And the complement of 0 degrees is 90 degrees. The complement of 0 degrees. So 0 degrees plus what is 90 degrees? 0 degrees plus 90 degrees is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is the complement of 0 degrees and 0 degrees is the complement of 90 degrees. What is the supplement of 90 degrees? Meaning 90 degrees plus what is 180 degrees? What is the supplement of 90 degrees?
90, ma'am.
90. What is the supplement of 180 degrees? 0. Correct. So the complement of 90 degrees, let me write that. The complement of 90 degrees is 0 degrees because 90 degrees plus 0 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. The complement of 0 degrees is 90 degrees because 0 degrees plus 90 degrees gives us 90 degrees. The supplement of 90 degrees is 90 degrees because 90 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Correct? Any questions here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the supplement? The supplement of 0 degrees is what's the supplement of 0? 180
180.
degrees. Because 0 degrees plus 180 degrees gives 180 degrees. The supplement of 180 degrees is
0.
0 degrees because the sum of these two, 180 and 0 is 180. So you must say here 60 degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. So complementary angles. 40 degrees plus 50 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. So complementary angles. 35 degrees plus 145 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So supplementary angles. 130 degrees plus 50 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So supplementary angles. 68 degrees plus 22 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Complementary angles. 45 degrees plus 45 degrees is equal to 90 degrees, complementary angles. 120 degrees plus 60 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, supplementary angles. 20 degrees plus 160 degrees is 180, so supplementary. 90 plus 90 is 180, supplementary. And 102 degrees plus 78 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, so they are supplementary angles. Yeah, observe the figure and fill in the blanks. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Keep the answers ready. I'll just come back. Yeah, the first one, angle 1 and angle 2 are
Linear pair.
no, they are adjacent angles. They don't form a linear pair because here, just showing you that part of the figure where we have angle 1 and angle 2. So linear pair, when two angles form a linear pair, the sum of the two angles should be 180 degrees. So they should be on a straight line. If angle 1 and angle 2 were like this, angle 1 and angle 2, if they were placed like this, then because this is straight line, so we have angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 180 degrees. So 1 and 2 form a linear pair. Here they are adjacent angles because they have a common vertex, they have a common arm, and their non-common arms lie on either sides of the common arm. So they are adjacent angles. We have seen this definition earlier. So angle 1 and angle 2 are or form a pair of adjacent angles because both of them have a common vertex O. Both angles 1 and angle 2 have a common arm OC. Their non-common arms OA and OB lie on either sides of the common arm OC. So angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles. Able to recall this, Tanya, or I can tell you more in detail?
No, ma'am, I'm able to recall.
Yeah, okay. Which are the arms of angle 1?
OB and OC.
OB and OC. OB and OC are the arms of angle 1. Which are the arms of angle 2?
OA and OC.
OA and OC. So which is a common arm? Which is the
OC.
arm? Yeah. OC is the arm common to angle 1 and angle 2. So these are the non-common arms. OB and OA are the non-common arms. And we see that they lie on the arms OA and OB, OC, sorry, OA and OB, the non-common arms OA and OB, they lie on either sides of the common arm OC. The two angles are said to be adjacent angles if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and if their non-common arms lie on either sides of the common arm. Okay, so adjacent angles. Angle 2 and angle 3?
Adjacent.
Adjacent angles. Angle 1 plus 2 and angle 3. Angle 1 plus 2. So you should treat this as one angle. You should not treat it as 1 and 2, two different angles. 1 plus 2. So this one angle, which is 1 plus 2, and angle 3. So it's like this. See that figure separately. So you should see like this. See, this is 1 and 2, and this is 3. This is 1 and 2, and this is 3.
Ma'am, is it linear pair?
Correct. Linear pair. Linear pair, because this is straight line. This is straight line. So this is angle 1 and 2. This is angle 3. They lie on a straight line. Angle 1 and 2, angle 3. They lie on a straight line, so linear pair. Angle 3 and angle 6?
Acute vertically opposite angles.
Angle 3 are correct. Vertically opposite angles. And since they are acute angles, their measures will definitely be less than 90 degrees. So they are acute vertically opposite angles. Correct. If angle 1 plus 2 is 120 degrees, if angle 1 plus 2 is 120 degrees, then what will be the measure of angle 3?
$60 degrees.
60 degrees, because 180 minus 120. So now we saw that these two angles form a linear pair. Their sum will be 180. So if this one is 120 degrees, this will be 180 minus 120, 60 degrees. Correct. If angle 1 is equal to 45 degrees, then angle 4 is equal to
40
45. Reason?
because they're vertically opposite angles.
Vertically opposite angles. Correct. Yeah, let's match the two columns. Two angles are called complementary angles if their sum is
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Two angles are called supplementary angles if their sum is
180 degrees.
180 degrees. Supplementary angle of 85 degrees is
55 degrees.
no. 85 plus 55 is not 180. Supplementary angle of 85 degrees. 85 degrees plus what will give you 180 degrees? 85 degrees plus dash is equal to 180 degrees, or 180 minus 85 is a supplement of 85.
95 degrees.
95 degrees. 180 minus 85. Complementary angle of 35 degrees.
55 degrees.
55. 90 minus 35 degrees. 90 minus 35, 55 degrees. If the angles 2x minus 20 degrees and x plus 80 degrees are supplementary, then x is equal to. So these, yeah. Yeah, tell me. Okay. So if these two angles are supplementary angles, that means their sum is 180 degrees. Sending the picture, just a minute. So 2x plus minus 2, sorry, 2x minus 20 plus x plus 80 is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of these two expressions will be equal to 180 degrees because they're supplementary angles. Yeah. If they're complementary angles, you must add. If the angles are given to be complementary, you must add and equate to 90 degrees. Here the angles are given to be supplementary, so you should add and equate them to 180 degrees. So 2x minus 20 plus x plus 80 is equal to 180, correct? What is 2x plus x? 2x plus x? 3x minus 20 plus 80? Okay, I think you have some mic issues. You're not able to respond immediately. So minus 20 plus 80 is plus 60 is equal to 180. Now we need to transpose 60. So 3x is equal to 180 minus 60. 3x is equal to 120 degrees. X is equal to 120 by 3. I'm sure you know this calculation. meaning I'm sure you know how to calculate. X is equal to 40 degrees. So the question is to find the value of X. So the value of X is equal to 40 degrees. Any doubt? Any clarification?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in this figure, ACB is a straight line and angle ACD, this is angle ACD. DCB, this is angle DCB. These two angles are in the ratio 2:1. So that means this angle is 2x and this angle is x. Let angle ACD be equal to 2x and DCB be equal to x because two parts, one part. 2x, 1x. 1x is nothing but x. The question is to find the angle DCB. Okay, so see here. Let angle ACD be equal to 2x degrees. Let angle DCB be equal to 1x or x degrees. Now we know that the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees because they form a linear pair. ACD plus BCD is equal to 180 because they form a linear pair. So that means 2x plus x is equal to 180 because ACD is 2x, this is x is equal to 180, 3x is equal to 180, x is equal to 180 by 3, x is equal to 60. X is 60. Who is x? X is angle DCB. So DCB is 60. And that's the question. Find DCB. So the measure of angle DCB is 60 degrees. Am I clear?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Calculate the value of x in the given figure. Now, what's the measure of this angle?
27 degrees.
27 degrees. Because you can see these are vertically opposite angles. See here? They are vertically opposite angles. These two lines intersect at O. And you can see that this angle and this angle, they are vertically opposite angles. So this is 27 degrees, which means angle BOP or POB is 27 degrees. Now, on the line CD, meaning below the line CD, we have two rays. This marked X. This is 27 we just found. And this is 112. And these three angles lie on the straight line CD. Below CD. CD is a straight line. COD is a straight line. And these three angles lie below the straight line CD. See whether they lie above the line or below the line. The sum is 180 because the total is 180 here. It's 180 here. The sum of these three angles will be equal to 180 degrees. X plus 27 plus 112 is equal to 180. So that's an equation in X. We'll have to solve and find the value of X. So first we have to mention that this is not marked, is it? Okay, let me mark this point. A, we don't see A, so let me mark it as A. So angle BOP is equal to angle AOE because vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Therefore, angle BOP is equal to 27 degrees. Then you have to mention that CD is a straight line. So the sum of the three angles, COP, POB, POD, the sum of these three angles is equal to 180 degrees. COP is X, POB, this one, 27, BOD, 112, is equal to 180. On solving, we get X is 41. Clear, Tanya? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
So first we have to find one angle using vertically opposite angles, using the property of vertically opposite angles. And then because it's a straight line, the sum of the three angles is 180 degrees. Find X and Y. Yeah. Do you want to say something about the answer?
Is it 2x? X is equal to 2x and 3x is y is equal to 3x. Or should we find with equations?
No. Vertically opposite angles, you must be able to identify two intersecting lines. So even if you produce this line and this line, see, they're produce this one in the same straight line, produce this. So you can see vertically opposite angle, see 3x is this whole thing.
Sorry,
3x
ma'am,
is,
I see the question properly. Sorry.
mm,
I didn't see the diagram properly.
yeah. Okay, so we need to do it like this. So here you cannot identify vertically opposite angles because there are no vertically opposite angles. We don't, there are different rays meeting at this point, but you don't see any two lines intersecting like this so that you can make out vertically opposite angles that are equal. So in this figure, we see that x and 3x lie above the straight line AB. X and 3x, they lie above the straight line AB. So x plus 3x is equal to 180 degrees, linear pair. Is this equation correct?
Yes, ma'am.
X plus 3x is equal to 180 degrees. Because AB is a straight line, x and 3x form a linear pair. There are two angles on the straight line. So 4x is equal to 180 degrees. X is equal to 180 by 4, 45 degrees. Now we know x is 45. So 2 into x is 90. 2 into 45, 90 degrees. So now 90 plus y plus 60 is equal to 180. For this, the reason is not linear pair because pair is two angles. For this, you should say the sum of the angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Above, here you can say linear pair because two angles, the sum of these two angles is 180, linear pair. Below, the sum of the three angles is 180. Sum of the angles on a straight line is equal to 180. So that 60 plus y plus, we got x is 45. So 2 into 45 is 90. The sum of these three angles is 180. 60 plus 90 is 150. Plus y is 180. Y is equal to 180 minus 150, 30 degrees. In the given figure, x is to y is equal to 4 is to 5. Find the measure of angle AOD. Find the measure of this angle AOD, this angle. Now, what can you say about angles x and y? Are they adjacent angles? Or are they, complementary angles, supplementary angles, linear pair?
Can you repeat the question?
What is the relation between x and y? Do you think they form a linear pair, x and y?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what can you say about x plus y?
X plus y is equal to 80. See, 180 degrees.
Correct. X plus y is equal to 180 degrees because COD is a straight line. This one, COD is a straight line. COD is a straight line, and OB is a ray on it. OB is a ray on it. This is X and this is Y. COD is a straight line. OB is a ray. OB is a ray on the straight line COD. X and Y are the two angles formed on the straight line COD. So X plus Y is equal to 180. But X is to Y is equal to 4 is to 5. So you can call this 4A. Don't say 4X because there's already X and Y here. So you should not say 4X or 4Y. 4A and 5A or 4B and 5B. They are in the ratio 4 is to 5. So let the angles be, let X be called 4A and Y be called 5A. So X plus Y is equal to 180, which means 4A plus 5A is equal to 180. So let this angle be 4A. Let this angle, because X is to Y is equal to 4 is to 5. So X is 4A, Y is 5A. Then the sum of the two angles is 180 because they form a linear pair. So 9A is 4A plus 5A is 180, 9A 180, A 180 by 9, A is 20 degrees. Now you need to find the measure of angle AOD. Now AOD is nothing but BOC because they're vertically opposite angles. They're vertically opposite angles. You want to find AOD, but that's nothing but BOC because they're vertically opposite angles. So that means you should find 4AX, which is 4A, 4 into 20, 80 degrees. Yeah, I've shared the image. Any questions? In a linear pair, if one of the angles is 18 degrees, then determine the measure of the other angle. In a linear pair, that means the sum of the two angles is 180 degrees. One of them is 18. So what will be the other angle? 180
180.
minus 8. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if one angle is 18 degrees, the other angle will be 180 minus 18, which is 162 degrees. Find the angle which is equal to half of its supplement. You must find the angle which is equal to half of its supplement.
I can't understand the question.
Okay. How to work the answer, I'll tell you, but I'll tell you the answer. The answer is 120 degrees. The angle is 120 degrees. What is the supplement of 120 degrees? The supplement of 120 degrees is 180 minus 120, 60 degrees. Okay, sorry, 60 degrees is the answer, I see. 60, not 120. 60 is the answer. What's the supplement of 60 degrees? 180 minus 60, 120 degrees. And you can see this angle is half of its supplement. I'm explaining you with the help of the answer, but how to work, I'll tell you. The answer is the angle is 60 degrees. The supplement of 60 degrees here. Find the angle which is equal to half of its supplement. Okay, so the answer is the angle is 60 degrees. Now, what is the supplement of 60 degrees? 180 minus 60. 120 degrees is a supplement of 60 degrees. And you can see that this angle 60 degrees is half of its supplement. Its supplement is 120 and this angle is half of it, 60 degrees.
I got it.
Okay, so it should be worked like this. So let the angles be. Whenever you have to assume two angles which are supplements of one another, then you say let one angle be x and the other angle be 180 minus x. If the two angles are complementary angles, then we say let one angle be x and the other angle be 90 minus x. If you have to assume two angles that are supplementary angles, you must say let one angle be x. So the other angle is 180 minus x. Two complementary angles, you say let one angle be x, the other angle will be 90 minus x. Okay, so since here the question talks about supplementary angles, let one angle be x degrees, the other angle is 180 minus x degrees. Now, what is given in the question? One angle is half of its supplements. Here, the angle is half of its supplement. So, this information which is given in words, convert that to a mathematical equation. It's given that the angle is half of its supplement. This is given in words. Now, as an equation, the angle x is equal to half of into its supplement. Supplement is 180 minus x. So that's the equation. On solving this equation, you can find the value of x. Is the equation understood? Yeah. So half into 180 minus x is nothing but 180 minus x by 2. So when you cross multiply, you get 2x is equal to 180 minus x. Transpose this. So 2x plus x is 180. 3x is equal to 180. X is 180 by 3. X is 60. So the required angle is 60 degrees. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Determine the angle which is equal to 4/5 of its complement. You should find the angle which is equal to 4/5 of its complement. So the question talks about two complementary angles. So how will you assume the angles? If one angle is x, what is the other angle?
45. See, 4/5 into.
No. Don't use that. Don't use that information. I'm saying the two angles are complementary angles. So if one angle is x, what will be the, how will you assume the other angle, the other complementary angle?
Y.
No. What did we do here? In this question, it was about supplementary angles. So we said let one angle be x. So the other angle is 180 minus x. So then what will it be here? Let one angle be x, the other angle will be? No, you have to answer this. In this question, it's about supplementary angles. So how did we assume the angles? One angle x, other angle 180 minus x. Why 180 minus x? Because they're supplementary angles. So if one angle is 50 degrees, what will be the other angle? 180 minus 50, 130 degrees. This is how we assume when the angles are supplementary. So when they are complementary, how will you assume? One angle is x, the other angle is
90 minus x.
90 minus x. 90 minus x. Now construct the equation. So let's write the equation in words and then convert that to a mathematical equation. So the angle is equal to 4/5 of its complement. This is what is given. The angle is equal to 4/5 of its complement. The angle x is equal to 4/5 of means into its complement 90 minus x. This is understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You should just catch the keywords. See, it's given complement. Complement. So the question is about complementary angles. So you need to assume the angles to be, let the angles be x and 90 minus x. So after the assumption, you'll have to construct the equation in words. You'll have to construct the equation in words. So it's given that the angle is equal to 4/5 of its complement. So the angle is x equals 4/5 of its complement, 90 minus x. So now this is nothing but x is equal to 4 into, or you can take 4/5 to the other side as 5/4. Anyways, or you can write 4 into 90 minus x by 5. So on cross multiplying, you get 5x is equal to 4 into 90 is 360 and 4 into minus x is minus 4x. So 5x plus 4x is equal to 360. 9x is equal to 360. X is equal to 360 by 9, 40 degrees. Is the solving part understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I've worked exactly what I explained. You can just see again. Complement. So let one angle be x degrees and its complement is 90 minus x degrees. So that's about the assumption. Now constructing the equation in words and then converting that to a mathematical equation. It's given that the angle is equal to 4/5 is equal to 4/5 of its complement. Now let's convert. Using this, we are going to make the mathematical equation. The angle x is equal to 4/5 of converts to multiplication. Its complement 90 minus x. So 4 into 90 minus x in the numerator divided by 5. So 5 in the denominator. Cross multiply 5x. Then 4 into 90, 360. 4 into minus x, minus 4x. Transpose minus 4x. So plus 4x. 9x is equal to 360. X is 360 by 9. X is 40 degrees. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. How do we do this? How do you assume? Let one angle be?
and one angle B 90 minus x.
Okay. Equation in words.
X. X is equal to
X is equal to
1/5 into
1/5 into
90 minus x.
90 minus x. That's it. Good. So 1 into 90 minus x is nothing but 90 minus x by 5. Then cross multiply. The value of x is 15 degrees. Yeah, equation.
Let one angle be x and one angle be 180 minus x.
So that's the assumption, correct? Equation.
Yes. X is equal to 2/3 into 180 minus x.
Correct. So x is equal to 2 into 180 minus x in the numerator divided by 3. Cross multiplying, 3x is equal to 2 into 180, 360. 2 into minus x minus 2x. Continue from here. Yeah, please continue from here. What happened? Please continue from here.
Now I have to move the x to the other side
Yeah,
and which becomes 4x
4x.
because if we add 1x plus 3x
3x plus 2x, no?
yes
5x,
I'm
right?
sorry yes
So x is equal to
360 divided by 5
360 divided by 5. Very good. Okay. Two angles of a linear pair are in the ratio 2:7. Find the angles. Yeah. Tell me, how do we do this?
now consider it as 2x plus 7x is equal to 180
Correct. 2x, so let the angles be 2x degrees and 7x degrees. And because they form a linear pair, 2x plus 7x is equal to 180 degrees. Correct. Go through the working, and if you have any clarifications, please ask me.
Yes, ma'am, I completed going through.
Good. Among two supplementary angles, the measure of the larger angle is 44 degrees more than the measure of the smaller. Find their measures. I'll read it again. Among two supplementary angles. So first assume the question talks about two supplementary angles. So first assume the angles. Let the angles be.
This 44.
No, don't use. See, we have not read the question so far. Though we read it, I'm saying you don't go so far. Among two supplementary angles. So how will you assume? You have read only these four words among two supplementary angles. So how will you
180,
assume the supplementary angles?
180 degrees.
No. Let the angles be x degrees and 180 minus x degrees, correct?
Yes,
Able to recall?
yes,
Let the angles. So among two supplementary angles, stop there. So you should immediately assume, let the angles be x and 180 minus x. If if the question was among two complementary angles, then you must say let the angles be x and 90 minus x. So now let the angles be x and 180 minus x. Now what's given? The measure of the larger angle. Yeah, when there are two angles, when they are not equal, if the two angles are not equal, then one will be greater than the other, or one will be smaller than the other because they are not equal. Okay, the larger angle is. So you can take anything to be the larger angle. If you call this the larger angle, then this is the smaller angle. If you call this one the larger angle, then this is the smaller angle. Anyways, the larger angle is 44 degrees more than the smaller angle. That means the difference between the angles is given. The difference between the angles is 44 degrees. The larger angle is 44 degrees more than the smaller angle. That means the difference between the two angles. See, they are not equal. One is bigger than the other. How much bigger? 44 degrees more, which means the bigger angle minus the smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees. The bigger angle minus the smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees is the equation. Here I've done it in a different way. Okay. Okay. I can do it in three ways. So see here. I'll first do it the way I've done it here. In my presentation here, I've taken one angle to be, okay, let me just finish with what I just explained. So let the angles be, you can say let the larger angle be x degrees. Let the smaller angle be 180 minus x degrees. Now, larger angle minus the smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees. That's what is given. So larger angle x minus the smaller angle 180 minus x. You should write this in bracket is equal to 44 degrees. Larger angle x minus the smaller angle 180 minus x in bracket is equal to 44. So x, open the bracket, minus 180 minus into minus plus x, minus into minus plus x is equal to 44. X plus x is 2x is equal to 44 plus 180. 2x is equal to 180 plus 44 is 222. So x is equal to 222 divided by 2, which is 111. Therefore, larger angle is equal to 111 degrees. Smaller angle is equal to 180 minus 111, which is 69 degrees. Is this understood?
Yes.
You can also take the we took the larger angle as x. You can also work it like this. Let the smaller angle be x. Let the smaller angle be x degrees. Therefore, the larger angle is equal to 180 minus x degrees. So it's always a larger angle minus a smaller angle. So larger angle minus smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees. The difference is 44. So in this assumption, the larger angle is 180 minus x and the smaller angle is x is equal to 44. So 180 minus 2x is equal to 44. Minus 2x is equal to 44 minus 180. Minus 2x is equal to 180 minus 44, 136 minus 136. X is equal to, you can cancel the minus on both the sides, 136 by 2. X is equal to 68. Are you there, Tanya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Therefore, smaller angle is equal to 68 degrees and the larger angle is equal to 180 minus 68, 112 degrees.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm getting a call. Just a second. Okay. The previous working gone wrong in addition. 180 minus 44 is 224. By mistake, I wrote 222. And even you didn't notice that. Okay. The procedure was right. I'll just work that again. You can see, if you have a phone, you can see it on WhatsApp, the image. The previous working 44 plus 180, 224. I've written 222. So we have,
Yes, ma'am. The answer was coming 111.
yeah, correct. That's because I went wrong in the addition. 224 it is. Okay. Anyways, you can work it both the ways. I'm sure you're clear about that. I made a mistake there in calculating. That's why the difference in the answer. I'll just repeat that correctly. So this is what it is. Just work both one beside the other so that, I don't want you to be confused. I'll just work both the methods one beside the other. See here. Let the smaller angle be x degrees. Here we say let the larger angle be x degrees. Here we say therefore the larger angle is equal to 180 minus x degrees. Here we say therefore the smaller angle is equal to 180 minus x degrees. It's always, the difference is always larger angle minus smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees. The difference is 44. So here also the same thing, larger angle minus smaller angle is equal to 44 degrees. So here the larger angle is 180 minus x minus the smaller angle is x equals 44. Here the larger angle is x minus the smaller angle is 180 minus x. Because it's 180 minus x, the expression has two terms, we'll have to put it in a bracket. There's a minus here. Larger angle is x minus the smaller angle, 180 minus x in bracket is equal to 44. So when you solve this one, you get 180 minus 2x is equal to 44. Minus 2x is equal to 44 minus 180 minus 2x is equal to 136 minus 136 minus cancels, x is equal to 136 by 2, 68 degrees. Therefore, x is a smaller angle. So smaller angle is equal to 68 degrees. And the larger angle is equal to 180 minus x, 180 minus 68, which is 112 degrees. Here when you solve, x minus 180 plus x is equal to 44. 2x is equal to 44 plus 180. This is where I went wrong. 224. X is equal to 224 by 2, which is 112. X is equal to 112. Therefore, here x is the larger angle. Therefore, larger angle is equal to 112 degrees. Smaller angle is equal to 180 minus 112, which is 68 degrees. So now there should not be any doubt because since I went wrong in calculating earlier, I thought I'll just work both one beside the other. Yeah. Can you go to the next one? Do you have any questions?
We can proceed.
There is, you can work it in one other way. I'll just keep this for the next class. You've understood now. I don't want to present the third method and make it, like maybe difficult. So we'll just do with these two methods for this class. Yeah, go through this and ask me if you have any questions. There are statements where you have to fill in the blanks. A line intersecting two or more lines at distinct points. My presentation is visible. I've changed the presentation. Is
Yes,
it visible? Yeah. A line intersecting two or more lines at distinct points. So a line intersecting two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. It's called a transversal. A transversal is a line that meets two or more lines. See, say there are four lines like this. There is a line like this. See, this line is going to meet the first line. Now it's meeting the second line. Now it's meeting the third line. It's meeting the fourth line. So this one line, these lines, they don't meet. But this one line is going across all the four lines. So this line, which intersects with two or more lines at different points, distinct points meaning different points. This line meets the first line here, second line here, third line here, fourth line here. So this line meets these four different lines at different points. So that line is called a transversal. Am I clear?
yes,
For given two lines, the number of transversals is infinite. Yes, when you have two lines, you can draw many transversals. You can draw a transversal like this, you can draw like this, you can draw like this. So many transversals we can draw. So for given two lines, the number of transversals is infinite. You can draw many transversals. The number of points of intersection, the number of points of intersection, if a transversal cuts three lines is, so there are three lines, 1, 2, 3. Now there's a transversal. How many points of intersection can we see? We see a point of intersection here, here, and here. That's all. So it is 3. The number of intersection, the number of points of intersection, if the number of points of intersection, if a transversal cuts three lines, 1, 2, 3 lines, transversal. So points of intersection, 3. Correct?
yes, ma'am.
Corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. Corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. Correct? We have seen them earlier. You remember, right? Alternate angles, corresponding angles.
Yes, ma'am. They have
Okay.
taught in school.
Okay. Because we did it here way back in June. So now they have recalled in school. So I'm sure now you've learned it 2 times. So you remember now. Alternate interior angles are on the opposite sides of the transversal. Is that true? Is the word correct? Opposite? Alternate interior angles are on the opposite sides of the transversal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal with two parallel lines is not parallel lines, sorry. It's 180 degrees. That's a mistake. Sum of interior angles on the same side of a transversal with two parallel lines is 180 degrees. That is, there are two parallel lines and there's a transversal. These are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. And what will be their sum? It will be 180 degrees. Correct? You can't hear me?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, the last one, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fill in the blanks. Angle 1 and angle 5. are a pair of
corresponding angles.
correct. 3 and 6
Alternative interior angles.
correct. 4 and 6
Corresponding angles.
4 and 6 are not corresponding.
Sorry, interior angles on the same side. Sorry.
Correct. 3 and 7
Corresponding angles.
correct. 1 and 8
Alternate exterior.
correct. 4 and 5
Alternative interior.
correct. 2 and 7
Exterior.
correct. If angle 2 is equal to 120 degrees, if angle 2 is 120, then angle 3 is equal to
60 degrees.
how much? No, you were not clear. Angle 3 is equal to
120 degrees.
120. Reason?
Vertically opposite angles.
Vertically opposite angles are equal. Correct. If angle 5 is 50 degrees, then angle 7 is equal to
130 degrees.
did you say 130? Yeah. Reason?
Because they are linear pair of angles and
Linear pair. Correct. Angle 5 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 because they form a linear pair. Straight line, ray, angle 5 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. So if angle 5 is 50, 7 will be 180 minus 50, 130 degrees. The 10th one, angle 4 plus angle 6 is equal to
180 degrees.
angle 4 plus angle 6. 4 and 6, yeah, 180 degrees. Reason?
Because they lie on the straight line.
No. So you're not sure about interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Name all the interior angles in this figure.
4, angle 4, angle 6, angle 3, and angle 5.
No, it's not. Interior angles are not a pair of angles. They're individual angles. Angle 3 is an interior angle. Angle 4 is an interior angle. Angle 6 is an interior angle. Angle 5 is an interior angle. Their interior angles and exterior angles are one angle. You don't have to tell them in pairs. So we have 4 interior angles in this figure. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. These are the interior angles. Independently, each one of them is an interior angle. Now 4 is an interior angle, 6 is also an interior angle. Now these two interior angles, they lie on the same side of the transversal. So their sum is 180 degrees. They don't form a linear pair. 4 and 6, they don't form a linear pair. 4 and 6, both of them are interior angles and they lie on the same side. In this figure, both of them lie on the right side of the transversal. So their sum is 180. Tell me another pair of interior angles whose sum is 180.
3 and 5.
3 plus 5 is also, yeah. 3 and angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 plus angle 5 is also 180 degrees. Yeah, this is homework. Yeah, this also is homework, but we'll just discuss the answers. Yeah, if this angle is 120 degrees, what's the measure of F?
20 degrees.
120. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Then if this is 120 degrees, what's the measure of G? 120 plus G is 180, right? 120 plus G is equal to 180, correct?
60 degrees, ma'am.
G is equal to 60 degrees. So if G is 60 degrees, what about E?
60 degrees.
Okay, so if E is 60, what is C?
120 degrees.
No, E is 60 degrees, right? 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, 60 degrees. I got confused.
Yeah, C is equal to 60. Reason?
Because alternate
C and D are
interior
alternate interior angles. What about B
and
and
they're
C? Sorry, B and this angle F. This is F. B and F.
120 degrees, ma'am.
So B is also 120. Then if B is 120, what about D?
120.
Vertically opposite angles. And what about A?
60 degrees.
Because A and C are vertically opposite angles. A and C are vertically opposite, so 60 degrees. B and D are vertically opposites, 120. So this is not the only way to find the missing angles. You can use different, reasons, like you can use corresponding angles. You can use linear pair in a different way. So this is one of the ways of getting the answer. So you can do it in your own way. Okay, so today's classwork images I've shared on WhatsApp. Also, the homework images. So both classwork and homework images I've shared on WhatsApp. Please complete the same by the next class. Classwork you'll have to complete today and share the images with me on WhatsApp. Homework you can complete it by the next class. Got it, Tanya? You need to write down the question also. You need to write the question and work the answer. Okay, I know you're answering, but I'm not able to hear you. So please complete the classwork in your tuition notebook and share the images with me by today on WhatsApp. Homework, you have time. You can finish it by the next class. All right, Tanya. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the
Thank
call.
you, ma'am.